Pixel 3 XL, the painfully honest review. Hey there, friends on YouTube. My name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest it hurts. If this is your first time here and you want to keep coming back and all that kind of stuff, then you know what to do. Bell icon, all that kind of stuff. And if you've been here before, then thank you again so very much for coming back to visit me. First, let's get this out of the way. The Pixel 3 and 3 XL are not what we were led to believe in the months leading up to its release. I mean, we were led to believe that through all the leaks that it was ugly and terrible and nobody would ever want it and blah, blah, blah. And it's not as ugly or terrible as I thought it would be. Yes, the notch is terrible. We all hate notches. I get it. I got my Pixel 3 XL about a week ago, a little bit more than a week ago now, and it's been my everyday phone of choice ever since. There are a bunch of features that I really like about this phone, but there are also some major problems that take a good experience and turn it, how should we say, bad. And then, of course, there's the price. But we'll get to that. Let's take a deep dive into what we got with this phone. The specs on it are pretty standard fare for Android smartphones in 2018. Snapdragon 845, 4 gigabytes of RAM, OLED screen, and for the first time, we've got a glass back that opens up the possibility for some sexy wireless charging. And there's a USB-C, and there's no headphone jack. While we lament the fact that there's no headphone jack, this phone does come with a USB set of headphones in the box. There's a charging brick, a data transfer adapter thingy, and a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack adapter, something that Apple has deleted as of this year. It's a good thing they included that dongle too, because the in-the-box headphones may look a little bit like the EarPods, but they sound awful. Best way I can describe it is like you put cotton balls in your ears and then you put the headphones in. Just terrible. Google also released the Pixel Stand, which works with the phone and it, does the wireless charging thing. But with the Pixel 3 exclusively, while you could use it with other devices, the Pixel 3 exclusively has some pretty interesting extra features that go along with the stand. Bedtime and morning routines, which are very cool, but every time I tried to use the bedtime feature, it would crash like 3 or 4 times before I finally got it to work. And I just wanted to set my alarm. The phone otherwise feels snappy, even though the 845 is a little long in the tooth. If there's anything that is over and above stands out for me, it's the build on this thing. Through all the leaks, we saw what was a pretty janky looking phone with a giant unibrow notch, and it just kind of looked cheap. In the flesh, actually, it's really kind of elegant, though. I've seen all the colors at this point, and I like the feel and the look of the white the best. It's also the least fingerprint prone. The frosted matte finish on the back still has some of the old metal and glass look. It looks like the previous Pixels, but it's all glass. It's softer and warmer, like a baby's butt. And it feels really good in the hand, as it were. Some have said that the back scratches really easily, but that is not so true. Erica Griffin did a great video showing how what looks like scratches are actually transfer from the objects making contact with the phone, like keys or whatever, and can be cleaned off. I'll link that video here. Why would I want to recreate the good work that Erica has already done? The mint green power button looks kind of classy in its own way. It's sort of understated. I wish other manufacturers would play around with color like this instead of just slapping all kinds of color all over the place, but I digress. The camera, still top of the heap. The wide-angle selfie mode is the real deal, as it were. And overall, it's pretty much impossible to take a bad photo with this. Here are a few shots that I took, and I also took the same shots with the iPhone XS Max, so you guys get a look and see what you think about these pictures. Unfortunately, surprisingly, where the Pixel 3 XL falls down is where you would expect it to shine. Software. Android Pie on this device is the buggiest experience I've had with a smartphone since like 2014 or something. The phone has frozen to where I've had to perform a soft reset about a half dozen times at this point in the week that I've had it. And that kind of thing just shouldn't be happening in 2018. As I said, there are features that sound great, like the bedtime thing and all that, and they will be great when the software gets worked out, but that's not excuse for launching a phone, the showcase phone for the entire operating system, with these problems. That alone is enough to sour the whole device for me. I thought I could get by with it, but as time went on, I feel like it's not a good experience. But then there's the insult to the injury, the price. 2018 may have been the year of the notch, but it's also been the year of price creep. Nearly every flagship phone got more expensive this year, and in some cases, for little to no reason. The Pixel 3 starts at $800 for 64 gigabytes with no expandable memory, and the 3 XL starts at $900, also with no expandable memory. For what this phone is compared to other similarly priced phones like, say, the Note 9, those Pixel prices are just insulting. Every year, the Pixel gets a little bit closer and a little bit closer to being on par with the big boys on the market, but every year, this year included, something major stops them from getting there. Over the last couple of years, it was the hardware that wasn't quite there, but this year, the hardware is really nice, and the software is crap in the bed. And in a lot of ways, that's even worse. Let's get this straight. Google is a software company. You could understand them maybe struggling with the hardware to get it right in the early days, but the software should be on lock, as they say. That it's not shows me that Google still hasn't figured out how to do this. Even on the third try, the marketing with the leaks, and they seem to be intentional, blah, 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 all the drama, inexplicable. The design choices turned out to be better than I expected, but still, that notch is so big. It feels like it almost feels like Google is trolling us. The screen is better this year. It's actually really, really nice. If you watched my unboxing video, you would have seen that there was a pretty scary looking blue shift when I first turned the phone on, but that has turned out to be a non-issue for me when using this phone after it got warmed up, I guess. I don't know. But bad software coupled with a crazy price makes this a no-go for me. And honestly, it probably should make it a no-go for you as well. This whole week, I felt like I was using a prototype phone. But this, as far as I know, is the final release version of the phone. When the competitors are offering more features and a better user experience for around the same money, it's impossible for me in its current state to recommend the Pixel 3 or 3 XL. The only people who should buy this device are Pixel heads, and honestly, only those of you who had the first Pixel, or someone who has another phone and wants the incredible camera experience that you get on this guy. Everyone else, that means you, should stay away. Thanks so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Have you tried these new Pixels? I am unfortunately very disappointed. It started out good, but it turned out to be frustrating. Let me know down in the comments what you think about it, and we will have a discussion. Again, if this was your first time here and you want to come back, I would really appreciate it. And all you got to do is go like and subscribe and hit the bell notification button and share this out and just really go all over the place with it. Or you can just do whatever you like. That would be fine too. If you've been here before, you guys are so special to me. Special. Very special. Thank you for being here. Again, my name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech, so honest. It hurts. Until the next time, I'm out!